Today I have my first appointment with a new doctor, a naturopath, to hopefully help me to heal my gut. I've been to many doctors. I found one a few years back that helped for a little bit but never got to the root cause of all of my symptoms. So although the symptoms were alleviated for a little bit with his protocol, they came back because none of the doctors have helped me to get to the root cause. So I'm really praying that this is the doctor who will stick it out with me, take the time to really figure out what is causing everything as opposed to treating the symptoms, because I'm so tired of dealing with this. It's been so many years. I haven't eaten anything today. All I've consumed is water, and I am bulging out of these jean shorts. This has been constant for the past about 5 days, and then before that it would come and go, but I think that this is officially the worst that my stomach has ever been. This is just from water. I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I have no energy. I think I've hit my breaking point, so I'm pretty open to anything that he believes will help me. But of course I want to understand. I'm really tired of doctors just telling me what to do without explaining why it's important for me to do these things, what it will actually do within my body. So that's what I'm hoping, is that I get a treatment plan and also I get an explanation as to what is going on in my body in terms that I can actually understand, and what the treatment protocol will change within my body. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to understand everything, and that's why I want to make this video, because I'm hoping that I will learn a lot, not just about my specific body, but about gut health in general and about bodies in general. I hope to share that knowledge with you. My biggest fear is that the treatment protocol will be a carnivore diet. That's my biggest fear. Carnivore meaning only animal products, because I've been researching SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, because my symptoms are pretty much spot on with SIBO, and whenever I talk about my symptoms online, people always diagnose me with SIBO. So I've just been researching it to learn more about it, and some of the literature that I've read encourages patients to go on a carnivore diet because of the way that starches and veggies and fruits all contribute to SIBO. And considering I've been plant-based for 4 years, that would be very challenging for me mentally, morally, to make that shift. But at the same time, I feel like there's a reason that I've gotten to this breaking point before I found this specific doctor. I know that I haven't been to him yet, but I have high hopes for him, and I feel like God has led me to him right at my breaking point, because I'm finally genuinely truly open to healing. You know, like, I feel like sometimes we say that we want to feel better and we really think that we want to feel better, but energetically we actually don't want to heal and are not willing and open to healing. I don't know if that makes sense, but if it does make sense, then you get me, okay? Energetically, I feel like I am now actually at a place where I'm ready to be healed, and I no longer kind of pulling myself back down into the sickness. Again, this might sound a little too woo-woo for you, but this is all to say I've hit my breaking point. So now I just pray that this doctor has some steps forward for me. Remember when I said my biggest fear is that he would say everything that you're eating is exactly what you shouldn't be eating, and you need to only eat animal products. That's not exactly what he said, but he did say I need to be leaning on the side of carnivore and not vegan, that my lifestyle is exactly what I shouldn't be doing considering my symptoms. So that that's really cool. Okay, it's been a few days since my doctor's appointment. It was very emotional and overwhelming for me, but I am ready now to share what the doctor shared with me. I'm feeling very optimistic that my gut healing journey has officially started. He basically walked me through from the age of 12 until now what's happened within my gut, even though I haven't taken the tests yet to really paint a clear picture of what's happening in my gut. He said he had a pretty good idea, and age 12 is when my eating disorder began, and he explained to me that starving yourself very much throws your microbiome out of balance, and if nobody worked with me during recovery to make sure that I was taking the appropriate steps to heal my gut and get back in balance, then it's not gonna happen on its own. He also basically told me that everything I've done since then has only exacerbated, what is the word? I said it wrong the other day, so now I'm getting insecure. Exacerbated, I think it's exacerbated. has only exacerbated my symptoms. For example, being plant-based, he was like, that is the worst thing that you can be doing. Plants are very hard to digest. You simply do not have the enzymes in your stomach to be digesting the food that you are trying to eat and have been trying to eat for years and years and years. He explained to me that I drink way too much water, which I have been drinking a gallon of water every day since high school, and he was saying I'm just flushing the enzymes that I already lack. So that's awesome. Now I can only drink half as much water as I normally do, which is crazy to me that I have been challenging myself to drink more water since high school, and I thought that that was what was best for me because that's what online told me to do, and everyone said it was so good for me, and now I'm realizing that I was making it worse. It was definitely very frustrating to hear that the place that I'm at today is basically entirely because of choices that I have made, starting at my eating disorder and going until present day. Everything that I've tried to do to improve my health has been making my health worse. That was definitely frustrating, and I felt very shameful and overwhelmed by that statement, but at the same time it's also nice to know that the condition of my gut is because of things that I have chosen to do rather than something out of my control that we're gonna struggle to pinpoint and really figure out. If this has all been caused from choices I've made, then maybe making different choices will help to heal it, you know? So that is the case. I have to make a lot of changes in my diet and in my lifestyle. I also think it doesn't help at all for me to beat myself up for what I didn't know. I genuinely thought that every step that I was taking in my health journey was improving my well-being, even my eating disorder. It was me genuinely believing that only eating these certain foods that I thought were healthy was what was absolutely best for me and my health. Even my eating disorder was me truly just trying to be the healthiest version of myself. I know that might sound a little out of touch with reality, but that is the truth. Me going vegan, everything that I've done, I was just trying to better myself, so there's no reason to beat myself up for it, especially because I can't go back. There's nothing I can do now except for move forward, learn from my mistakes, and I don't think that I regret anything because it really was just all a learning process, and I know so much more about myself and about health and about how easily I can be manipulated by media to really believe that doing all these things that the media says that I should do and diet culture says that I should do are what's best for me, but that's not always the case. And I think that in my healing journey, what I really want to come back to is just listening to my body, because our bodies are so freaking smart and they know what we need, and I want to get more in tune with my intuition in that way and truly just coming back to myself. So I'm really excited for that. I have a few tests that are being sent to my parents' house right now, so hopefully I can do those tomorrow. Today's Sunday. The post office is closed today, but I hope that they will be here tomorrow so that I can do the first 3 tests, and then I start the elemental diet the next day after I take the first few tests, which is basically a fully liquid diet. It's this powder that does not taste good. I've never tasted it, but the doctor, when he was telling me that I have to go on the elemental diet, he was like, do you know what the elemental diet is? And I said, yes I do. And he said, I'm sorry, but 3 days, okay? You can do it. It's really, I really believe that you will start to feel better very quickly once you start this diet, okay? And he just like kept apologizing for putting me on this diet, but I am so willing to do anything at this point. I've only been laying in my bed for the past 3 days because I literally can't do anything because my stomach hurts so freaking bad. So I am very much at my breaking point, willing to do anything, and I'm excited for the elemental diet because I'm excited to start feeling better again. I wish I could start today because everything I eat is hurting my stomach, and I'm just really over this, but I'm trying to really be present throughout the days and just remind myself this is temporary, and I found a good doctor and we are on the road to recovery. So I'm so excited about that, and honestly really excited to see what the tests say, even if there's many things that are off in my gut, which clearly there are many things off in my gut. I'm excited to finally know what's going on in my gut. You know, I feel like a lot of my doctors have just tried to guess without taking tests, or have just been completely not helpful at all. So I'm just really excited to actually know what's going on in my gut and be able to really work with my doctor to find a personalized plan for me. I'm just so excited that I'm actually gonna start feeling better. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? Okay, so today I took 2 out of the 3 tests that I have to take before starting the elemental diet. So this period between the doctor's appointment and when I start the elemental diet, basically I just have to feel the worst that I've ever felt and not change anything about what I'm eating because he wants the test to be accurate. You know, he doesn't want me to change what I'm doing and then take the test because it will not be an accurate representation of what my gut is like with what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So right now I just lay in bed all day, just in pain, knowing that I'm close to being able to make these changes that are supposed to make me feel better, but not being able to make those changes yet. So it's really testing me, but I'm also really learning how to be in the present and sit with what is without resisting it and just wishing it was 5 days in the future, because I feel like no matter what my health condition or no matter what aspect of life we're talking about, this is a very valuable lesson to learn, to be with what is, as opposed to, oh, it's gonna be so nice when this happens. Oh, I'm gonna be happy when this happens. Oh, I just have to make it through to this day, and not actually being with what is, you know? So I'm learning a lot about myself through this challenge, but I'm almost excited to start the elemental diet now because I'm just so excited to feel better. I just have to wait for the SIBO breath test to come in the mail, and it should be here by Thursday. Today is Tuesday, so hopefully just a couple more days of feeling like this, and then we can really start this journey. Oh, I'm so excited to feel better. I'm so excited. Also, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts about people transitioning out of veganism and also myths about veganism that I was never even willing to hear when I was vegan. I feel like all I did was just find resources that confirmed what I already believed, and I feel really good about being in this place where I'm now open to hearing different viewpoints and looking into literature that maybe goes against what I was doing before, and actually like letting that into my soul and sitting with it, as opposed to just no, I don't believe it, I don't believe it, I don't believe it. So that's been really eye-opening for me, and I feel like I really am ready to start transitioning. I've really sat with this idea that I need to come first and I need to put my health first right now. Mentally, I feel like I'm in a really good place, and I'm letting go of any shame that I feel and forgiving myself for what I did not know, but now deciding to put my health as my #1 priority. So I am feeling good mentally, physically. The worst I've ever felt. It's currently 6 in the morning and I'm taking my SIBO breath test because you have to fast for it and it takes 2 hours. So I know that if I wait too long, I'll be so hungry by the end of this. So basically you have to breathe into these bags. There's 9 of them. Every 15 minutes you have to breathe into a bag. The first one is a control bag, I'm assuming, and then you have to take this lactulose, which I'm pretty sure is just a form of sugar. That's what it tasted like, and that's what the bacteria in my gut, if it's there, the overgrowth of bacteria in my gut is what would cause me to test positive for SIBO. That's what the bacteria feeds on, is sugars. So then I guess the bacteria produces some sort of gas in some way, and that's what they're measuring in these bags, but it's so inconvenient that I just have to wait 15 minutes in between each one. But after this test, I can start the liquid diet. It's not going to be fun, but I'm just excited to feel better. So this is the last test for now. I have a couple more tests I have to take on a specific day of my cycle, so I have to wait a little longer for those. But today I can start the liquid powder diet thing, and then I can start the modified diet that my doctor wants me to go on that he thinks will help. So we finally made it to the last official stretch of this week of absolute awful pain in my stomach and nothing that I could do about it. To 8 more tests. Isn't that crazy? That they literally catch your breath in a bag and then they test it. I don't know, that's so funny to me. Time for my second test. 2 done, 7 to go. No matter what I do, stopping anything every 15 minutes is annoying, but I think I'm gonna read for the next 2 hours. This is already making my stomach hurt, so I don't know if that's telling of anything, but I don't feel good. Today is day 3 out of 3 of the elemental diet, which is basically just this powder that I have to drink 10 times a day, blend it up with some ice and water, not eat any food to give my digestive system a break because then it doesn't have to break down any food. And I'm feeling a little weak and fatigued. When I was looking this up, if I do have a bacterial overgrowth, which is what some of the tests that I got done this week were for, then if I don't eat the food that feeds the bacteria, then the bacteria will start to die off, and when the bacteria starts to die off, it releases toxins, and so it's normal for me to feel this way. I didn't think it was gonna happen in 2 freaking days, but I'm already feeling just a little, like, you know, right before you get sick, you can like sense it coming. That's what it feels like right now, but I honestly rather this than my terrible, terrible stomach aches. So, smoothie 2 of the day. I'm very grateful though, because I thought that it was gonna taste so bad, because when the doctor said I had to do this, he said, I'm so sorry, but you need to do the elemental diet for 3 days. And so I assumed that it was just gonna be the worst possible thing ever, but it honestly doesn't taste that bad, especially when it's blended up like this. He said it's best cold, and when I was looking it up, people said to blend it with ice, and it really doesn't taste that bad. I mean, it would definitely taste better if I could add some like frozen banana with it or something, but it's not the worst thing. 3 days of this wasn't the worst thing in the world, truly. The worst part was just that you have to drink it in doses, so it's like every hour on the hour you have to make this smoothie, so you can't do anything for more than like 45 minutes because every hour you have to make this smoothie, you know? So that's just very inconvenient and frankly annoying. It also says to sip the mixture slowly over a period of 15 to 60 minutes based on individual comfort. I don't really know what that means. I'm pretty sure I drink this each time in like 2 minutes. Me and my cutie little drink to heal my gut. Yay, the journey starts, well, the journey started 2 days ago officially, of actually healing my gut, because you know I had to go that whole week not doing anything, just feeling like shit. It's gonna be a long journey. I'm ready for this. Here's to health.